Good afternoon. How are we? Hope we are all enjoying this beautiful sunshine. Just checking that I'm live in the right place. I have got my fan on. If it is too loud or annoying, please let me know, and I can turn it off. Yes, we are live. Or I'll lower it down anyway because I've got it on quite high. But yeah, I do need it. The fan is needed. But I'm hoping that it's not a problem. I have got it to block out background noise, so hopefully it'll sort that out. Right, sorry about last week's evening. Things just got away with us. Getting ready to go away. And yeah, I just needed to sit and chill. Done a bit too much in the heat and blah blah. But yeah, sorry about that. So we are going to have a play with the Flowering Meadow because this is our last week of using this product as product showcase. I might bring it in with some other products later on. But yeah, this is our last week. So we're going to do that, and we're going to be using would help if I change cameras, wouldn't it? The heat has gone to my head. Yeah, so we're playing with this, which is the Flowering Meadow Bundle, and we've got our card sketch. So let's have a look at what we're doing today. So this is our sketch for today. Let's pop that out the way. So as you can see, we've got a card base with a layer that's slightly smaller than card base with a larger gap top and bottom. Then we've got three, it looks like two squares and a rectangle. And we've got our sentiment, our images there. So let's get crafting. And yes, I've received my June paper pumpkin kit. So I thought at the end we'll have a run through and look at that. Right, so let me get what I need. I will warn you, I'm more dizzy than normal because I don't know where my head's at. It's just, yeah, bit here, there and everywhere. Right, so it's saying we've got card base, a panel, oh, they are squares. That one doesn't look like a square, but they are squares. Right. Excuse me. So we need to decide on some colours first of all. I've finally moved my inks forward so I can reach them easier without having to really lean. So that's handy. So yeah, let's look. So we used our ink colours last week, didn't we? So let's go for, should we go bright or pastel? Subtles or brights? That's the question. I think subtles would be quite nice for a change, wouldn't it? So we'll have a bit of Lost Lagoon and a bit of Soft Sea Foam as our greens. Then we can do a bit of Bubble Bath, Petal Pink, and Lemon Lolly, I think, for our flowers. And we'll go from there. Right, so we've got our piece here that we're going to be using. Right. I'm going to use a white background, I think, and then have coloured on top. So I haven't got any mats cut, so we shall cut some mats. Right, so I'll cut 4 standard mats, which it's not standard size, is it? No, it wants it at 14, so it's smaller but the same width. Okay, so we're not having a border either side. So we'll cut. Hang on. It's a lot. Right, yeah. So let me cut this half. Our standard mats are 14.4 by 10. That gives me a nice even border all the way around on the standard A6 card base. Get rid of that little scrap because that's a little bit can be used actually. Not too thin. Right, and then this one. So if I cut 1 at 10, because I just need one that's odd. So I'm going to cut, oh, excuse me, put one standard, 10 by 14.4. Excuse me. Oh dear. Oh, so dry. Oh. I've had this for a while now. That even before this real hot weather came, I get so dry that I can't breathe. Oh dear. Right, so we want it at 14 by 10.5 because that's the measurements it's given us on here. Like I say, we don't always follow the measurements. Sometimes we just follow the layout. Other times we use it as an inspiration. Right, so that's our panel that we're using. And then we want, of course, we do squares. Oh, now. Oh, gosh. Squares, I'm thinking need to be a colour. But I'm kind of wondering if we've got a bit of a subtle paper that uses any of those colours. So I'm going to have a look through my papers. No, because they're all in colours. It might end up having to be something of last chance. Oh, that's got petal pink in it. See if there's something that's a bit subtle. On the reverse of there, we have a nice petal pink. We could use some of that. They're too bright. As are those and those. What do we have here? Halloween, and they're bright. Perhaps I should have given this a little bit more thought previously. We've got black and white, but we used black and white last week. Oh, that's got Lost Lagoon. This is the Everyday Essentials. Let's see what's in here. I haven't used this. Oh, that's quite nice. A crumb cake. That's very neutral, isn't it? Or white with crumb cake. Quite like that as just a very neutral backing. That would be quite nice. Or spots. I think we'll struggle with the petal pink flowers. We haven't gone, oh, we have gone petal pink. Petal pink flowers showing up on there. So, yeah, I'm going to go for one of the crumb cake. Definitely. Keep it nice and neutral. Oops. I mean, you could go way out, couldn't you, with this? And, you know, use any. I mean, that'd be a totally different look. Because that'd be quite soft. That'd be quite funky and modern, more. And I think, you know, I'm hedging towards this one. I like that, but I think this is a safer bet. So we need 4x4 squares, 3 of them. I'm just going to do it to there. And then let's see where that comes to, because I don't want to waste the bits that have got the splats on. I'll cut 3 of those. Yeah. Oh dear. Right, so that's that. That looks quite good on there. I think we need some texture on the background, so we could emboss it, or we could use a mask. And I'm thinking, because at the moment, other than the small embossing folders, the only one I've got is the tree ring, and I'm not quite sure that's right for this. What have I got? English chance. Actually, I've got a couple. We've got the Eyelet or the beautiful pattern. I do love that Eyelet. I think it's still available. I can just do a double check and have a look. Yes, it is still available. It's only £4.75 now, so we'll go with that one. Or something else we could use is the Eyelet die that was the product of the month a few months back, and that's still available as well. It's the Eyelet blooms, which will give us something like that. We could just add that on. No, it's not feeling that. Oh, no, it's not big enough. Right, so enough faffing, Lisa. Get on. I did tell you I'd be very indecisive in that today because of the heat. But also I have planned absolutely nothing as per. And we'll just create on the fly. I haven't been doing a lot of crafting lately. It's been too hot. I did have some swaps to create. I've got a team event that I'm going to on Saturday. And there's 8 of us that are creating swaps for that. So I needed to get those done. And you know, you think, oh, I'll do those. Those will be easy. And yes, they was easy. But they were time consuming. And I'm getting very sticky when creating. But I can't reach it that way now. But we got it done. Right. That's nice. I like that. I'll just have that there. And then we could even put it on a crumb cake base then if we wanted to as well. So bring that in. Right, let's do some stamping because we need some of our flowers, etc. Right, I'm thinking if we go for our stems in soft sea foam. No, I'll do our stems in Lost Lagoon. I'm just thinking how it might appear once it's all done. So I just want a couple of these. Can't see me using more than one of each, but I am just going to do a couple in case. So have anyone been doing much crafting while the weather's been like this? And then we're going to use our soft sea foam for our little bits of foliage. We might just want to add in to decorate with. Do you know, I always forget how beautiful soft sea foam is. It's not a colour I go for very often, but it is a colour that is gorgeous. I love it. All right, so we've got those. Then we can do some flowers. And I'm thinking our largest flower I'm going to do in Lemon Lolly. Oh, that's still a bit dirty. Didn't clean that very well, did I? Not good. Try that again. Oops. I think I've got my ink pad a bit dirty. Oh, that's better. That's okay. So we've got our Lemon Lolly. Pop those on there because we've used those. I just want the one of those. And then we'll have Petal Pink for our smaller flowers. And I'm just going to do a couple of those. Now this is a colour that I'd never used to like. Oh, good afternoon, Carol. Thanks for joining. Yes, it is very hot again. I have my fan running. If it is annoying or you think it's too loud, do say, and I can pop it down a little bit. But yeah, trying to keep cool. Right, and then we've got our bubble bath, and I'm just going to do a couple of these little buds there. All right, now with the heat, these should be dry enough to go back and put the middles in, because there's centres for some of our flowers. And I have said before that if you allow the ink to dry a bit first, when you go back over with tone on tone, it shows up a bit better. Right, I need to get a bit closer. Do you know what? I haven't put my light on, have I? I'm thinking this is a bit odd to look at. There we go. That's a bit better. Now I'm sure that stamp had got a little bit of colour on it, because that shouldn't be that dark, but it's okay. I don't mind. I'm beginning to wonder if I did actually clean these the last time I used them. If I didn't, it's very unlike me. But I know I was in a bit of a rush. There we go. That's okay. We can go with it. It's nice to have a bit of variation in them. Right, let's pop those out the way so I can bring in cut and emboss and some tape. Oh, it's stuck down on my other machine. I don't want to come up. Oh, Mum. And at least we can cut a couple of things at a time. Right. Pop that on there. So we can go for our large flowers. Are you managing to keep yourself cool, Carol? It's not easy, is it? We're just not used to it. Our homes are designed to keep heat in, unfortunately. I need that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right. I'm only going for one of those as it happens, so I am just going to cut the one. Get that lined up properly. And this one, as much as you can, yeah. I ended up sleeping on the settee last night for a couple of reasons. One, I was cool where I was lying because I'd got the fan on me, and Dad had gone to bed before me, which is quite normal. But he was sprawled out in the middle of the bed, and I know he's struggling at work with the heat. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to leave him. Didn't want to disturb him. Let him sleep. So, yeah, I just slept on the settee. Got nothing to gain, really, by disturbing him and going to bed. Let's pop that one on there. There's one thing with this. There's definitely lots of die cutting to do. But you make some absolutely gorgeous arrangements with it. I think it's worth putting the time in. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. How are we? Has your office got air conditioning? Hopefully it has. I'm saying we're just not set up for this weather, are we? At all. Our homes are designed to keep the warmth in. Right, let's move that one onto there. That's our second one of those. You may have seen we didn't actually make it away last week. The car didn't want to go. The car decided it was too hot. It had had enough and burnt the gearbox out. So, yes. Our wonderful weekend away consisted of a 9-hour wait for the AA to come and recover us. But never mind. It's one of those things. Just glad we'd managed to get to a petrol station. Good, thanks. Weather is fantastic, but cooling down at the bit. Oh, not jealous at all. Much. We got a leak on the transmission, which we knew about, and we'd been topping it up, and it was fine. And we thought it'd be fine. But it actually blew it out and overheated. And stopped. Well, it kept as though it was slipping out of gear, so it wouldn't go anywhere. There was no momentum. So we called them and they filled it back up, followed us to a petrol station, and we were like, nah, this ain't right. And then they got us towed home, and obviously I've got friends, luckily, that could do it, and they've had a look at it and it's totally burnt out. So yeah, and from what we can see, it's going to cost a lot of money to put it right, because they're getting the bits for it, because it's a real old unusual box that's in it. So yeah, looks like it's going to be an engine change, but it's part of the fun of having old cars. So we had a very relaxing weekend at home. Easy fix to actually fix it. To get the bloke I've got, he can fix it, no problem. You know, he can rebuild it, but it's getting the parts for it. He's had a bit of a price up on that. And to get everything we need, the parts alone are £1,000. And then we've got to get them from the States, which is going to be another probably 300 quid. And then it's a 4-week wait. Whereas we can have an engine change in that time. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm still looking about and seeing, trying some other suppliers, just on the off chance that they've got some sitting on the back of one of their shelves. Because yeah, I mean, it's the box, the transmission and engine is from 1956. So it's not good. It's not common. They changed for much better ones just after, which are used a lot more. So yeah, it was nice. We liked it and we thought we'd be able to keep it. You know, and I've done 2 of the wrong stems, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Right, let me put these together. Have a glue on there. There we go. All right. That's that one. And then I'll stick one of these on here, and we might end up just cutting the other one up and sticking a few flowers here and there. We might not need the stems, but we can see. Right, that's gonna go about there. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. I do like these, so I am going to go with these. I am going to line them up so they're more or less centralized. And we'll stick those on. There we go. And line that one up. And that one. Beautiful. I'm glad I went with that. I like that paper. Not used it yet. Right, and then we can have, because here's our sketch. And I'm going to put those in front this time. Usually I put them behind, maybe. Yeah. I think because they're smaller, I tend to think of putting them behind, but I'm kind of thinking they'd be better in front. Or maybe not at all. You can just have some nice bits of greenery behind. And in front. I'm not actually using the petal pink. I might chop it. Let's have some scissors and chop. I do like chopping them up. Around. Yeah, quite like that. It's very chilled and fresh. Right. Yeah, that'll do, mate. She says. Right. Pull it apart. We'll stick this one down with dimensionals on the back. I'll just put a couple of little ones and then a bit of glue on there. Of course, we don't have to dimensional up the stems. They can go flat. And then our flowers. Trying to see if there's a better placement. For some things. Because we don't have to stick to where we first think, oh yes. Actually, that's better, that side. There we go. I am loving this soft sea foam. Yeah, that fills in there nice. And then I can just pop that there. Just as a little song. I don't know if I'll use that yet. Right. Cats. Liking all that. So now we need sentiment. Which in here we have some nice sentiments. Just because. Thanks. So many reasons to celebrate. Cheering you on. Can't read it very well. You always make me smile, or for showing you care. I like. There's so many reasons to celebrate, but I am thinking that might be a little bit too big for this. Well, I don't know. Might be okay, actually. Let's stamp it and see. And I am just going to keep it to the white. It's got some dirt on it off my die cutting machine. Right, just brought in a spare block. I'm thinking I don't want too much crumb cake. So I'm going to do Lost Lagoon, I think. I'm just thinking we've got the squares, and then if I'm going to put it on a crumb cake base, I might put some linen thread on. I don't want it too much. Alright, let's try that. See what we think. So take it out of the large piece. I find it easier to cut. So has anyone got nice plans for the weekend? I'm off team training, an event, which will be nice. I'm going tomorrow and staying over tomorrow night because the event's on Saturday, and then I shall travel back Saturday. That's back down on the south coast again, so I'll get to see the sea. Won't go near it. Won't be going in it. Oh yes, I like that. Instead of having an actual banner, that's quite subtle, because it is quite a large sentiment with everything being quite dainty on here. That, and we'll have some linen thread. Charles says we have the SUP championships in the bay, so I'm sure we'll have a wander down to see what's going on. Oh, what's SUP? Take it, it's boats. Harold's got no plans yet. Oh, well, you know what no plans means, Carol? Crafting. That's what my no plans always ends up. Well, no, not always, because last weekend, obviously I had no plans, but I didn't craft. We took the weekend to chill until Monday, because stand-up paddleboard. Wow. Oh yeah, I bet that's nice to watch. Yeah, I could quite get into watching that. Yeah, so we had a very relaxed until Monday, and that's when we decided we need to take this gearbox out. So luckily we've got a pit in the garage. So Del was undoing stuff and down the pit, and I was like passing things, and I'd got my chair out there sitting in the shade as much as possible, passing him stuff, and it was still hot. But yeah, took him 6 hours to get it out. It was a nightmare. The car's very over engineered. There's so many things that needed undoing, but we managed. And I think he's having a clear out of the garage this weekend. I think that's what he said he was doing. Right, so we've got that. So we just need our card base. And let's have a look at what a crumb cake card base would look like. No, that's not crumb cake. That's soft suede. No, it's not. It's pecan pie. We haven't got soft suede anymore, have we? My gosh. And then we just have it. I quite like that. I was wondering if it'd be a bit heavy, but because it's only top and bottom, actually, I think that's okay. So let's pop that on there. Little twigs fell out. I obviously didn't glue that one in. But that's okay. I can glue that. Now let's line that up side to side, even top and bottom, and then poke this in, and there. There we go. Right, let's find some bling that we can pop on here. Just got to talk Luke into not taking ours. It'll be too busy, so just watch. Yeah. Oh, and I bet because you're going down there, obviously he wants to take it, doesn't he? But totally get, but yeah, too busy. Right, so I have some iridescent pearl basic jewels. Don't want those. Those are no good. That's too heavy. I have some crumb cake or white. And they're iridescent. Pearls of Beauty. They're slightly larger. Those are too heavy. Don't want diamante. Those, no. Oh, I have the little butterflies, which are the in colours, but there's also white. I'm thinking though crumb cake's going to be too heavy. Those are quite nice. Or the white butterflies. Have a look at white butterflies, shall we? Because I do have more than a sheet. I don't have any small, large ones on here. What are on there? Right, let's see. Yes, I'm liking them. They look good. There you go. Just 3 little butterflies up there. Oops, it's getting stuck. Why is it getting stuck? Sort that out after. Put those away. Try and keep them order. Right, so I'm getting very warm, I have to say. Fan isn't doing a lot at the moment. I'm just going to stamp direct onto here, and we'll have Lost Lagoon stamp there, and Lemon Lolly for our flowers. Move everything over. Sorry if you end up with my head. Just get over, pop that on. Just letting that dry a little. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, it's just a nice soft one, isn't it? And then I'll stamp insides for that. There. That's not quite so pronounced as the other one, but that's okay. We'll stick this in here. Oof. I've just ordered me a portable handheld fan, but one that I can sit on my desk rather than having that great big thing behind me. That's sometimes I put it off to my right, but it blows everything about too much. But I thought a little portable one would be okay. I'm hoping it gets here in time for me to take it tomorrow. Right, so there's our card using the Flowering Meadow. This will be our last card using this as my product showcase. Now I am only doing the one because I want to show you the June paper pumpkin, because I've received that and I love these kits. They are a subscription kit for those that don't know, but it's a great way if you want to have a go. Thanks, Michelle, at crafting. This comes with everything you need to create some gorgeous projects. Move that over there. Let's open it together. Because yes, I haven't opened it yet. I opened the box and that was it. Oh, come on. But this month is Bikes and Blooms, and I just thought they're absolutely gorgeous. And there's best wishes, have a lovely day, and thank you. So something to cover most occasions. Always keep your grey board if you're a crafter, especially if you like making mini albums. So in here we get some linen thread, a Calypso coral spot, a stamp set which has, find some plain to show it you against. Oh, plainish. Can't see it very well, can you? but it's got some little butterflies, a single and a double, some nice flowers, the sentiments, and then a bicycle. But you get 9 envelopes, pretty envelopes, 3 colourways. Those are gorgeous. Then we get card bases, which we get 3 of those, which I'm kind of thinking is Flirty Flamingo. Oh, there's the stamp set, look, so you can see. No, it's Calypso Coral. Of course it is. We've got Calypso Coral there. And then we get some Old Olive card bases that have got a stripe across the bottom. And then we get these, which are crushed curry. That's gorgeous card bases. And then we get all of these images that have got, see the silver foiling on them? How gorgeous is that? So you get 3 of those. You get 3 lots of these pre-die cut images. 3 of this one, which has got some of the labels on for you to stamp, and 3 of this one as well, which are foiled. So I thought we'd have a quick go at putting one of each of these together. So they don't take. Oh, you also get some dimensionals, some glue dots, and some little silver white butterflies. All right. Let's have a quick look at what we've got. They come with full instructions, and they're all picture instructions. So we want a green one, green base, pre-scored, so we just fold it in half. I'm just going to show you with minimal supplies. So you don't need a bone folder to crease it. You can crease it with your finger and it stays shut. Then we want one of these spikes. I'll just pop that out, see how easily they come out. And we need right, so there should be a semicircle, which is that one. And this, one of these baskets of flowers here, which will lay on top, decoupage up. And we need one of these banners. Right, so we need to stamp first. I'm going to bring in my mats. So we need to grab our stamp set, and it's this set of flowers, and have a lovely day. Let me take some of these off here so that I've got some blocks. That's probably why those others didn't get cleaned. I've done this, haven't I? I've swapped them. Just give that a bit of a prime. Now, rather than open my Calypso Coral spot, I am going to use my own Calypso Coral. Just want to check that. Mine's very juicy. See, that's not showing up. I think I've over-inked mine, to be fair. In which case, I shall move I've definitely over inked it. And go in the bin. Clean that off. And we'll stamp that in there. That's better. And see, there was lighter areas for you to be able to stamp in. And we'll stamp that way. No, that way. Have a lovely day. Gorgeous. And that ink will just seep back out and lay flat again, and then I can scrape it to move it some out the way again. That's my bad. Right, so it's saying on here we want blue dots. 3 of those. On here we want dimensionals. It says 4. I shall put 5 because I don't want a saggy middle. Then on here we want quite a few round and about. We've got double dimensionals on this, which means for me, hi Julie, we're just having a look at the June paper pumpkin kit. I'm just making a couple, but with it being double dimensionals, it means for me this is a card that will be hand delivered because of the cost of postage. I do like to put plenty of dimensionals on to make sure that it's not going to sag once it's in an envelope and going through the postal process. Oh, there we go. Last one. Right. Give those a good press down. Yours has arrived. You haven't opened it. I've only just opened mine. I opened the box just to look at it. I've just opened the actual package. Now, with the Paper Pumpkin subscription, when you first subscribe, in the first box that you get, you receive a block. In fact, it might be that one I've just used. No. Maybe mine's still in my... But it's a block that says Paper Pumpkin on it. It's probably still in with my first one, which mine will be last month's. Because I got my actual first one on stage. They gave it us all. That's it. Right, so we're going to pop this on here, lined up to that edge and down a bit. There we go. Beautiful. Then we can add this layer on top. And it's just like the old decoupage that we used to do so much of. That can go on there with dimensionals. We'll put a few on there. But these are excellent cards. Like I say, especially if you just want to get into it. You just fancy making a few cards, but you know, you don't want to buy absolutely everything that separately that you need. Subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, comes once a month. And yeah, you've got everything that you need. You don't need no other adhesive. It is literally just what's in the kit. Then our twine. You need a little bit of twine. There we go. Need to do a little bow. This is a little bit of a thinner linen thread than our standard, I feel, but I like it. Trim that off. Grab a glue dot. Like that. Give me the back. Should have perhaps put the glue dot on the card, but that's it. We're okay. Little bow there, and some butterflies. 3 little butterflies fluttering around. Wherever you'd like to have them. There you go. And that is the first card made. I mean, you could do it a lot more relaxed than what I did. Take your time. I love that. And who wouldn't be happy to receive that? So the next one is our Calypso Coral. Grab one of those. Again, pre-scored. It is, Michelle. They are really easy to follow. Really easy. And that's what I like about them. Sometimes, you know, I just want to sit down and craft and not think. And if I'm going away, they're great to jump in my bag. Because what did I need to take with me other than what's in the box? A pair of scissors. And people have usually got a pair of scissors when they go away for one thing or another. I mean, and that's for cutting twine, which you could cut with a knife if you need to. Right, so we've done that. So for this one, we need the larger of these green bits to stamp. We need none of those. We need one of these banners. And we need the other bicycle, which is here. Yeah. So fold our card. Best wishes stamped onto here. Let's grab best wishes. And these have got a little tiny bit of gold, silver on them too. Just 2 little dots as though they're screws holding it on. So coral ink. Again, I'm going to move my ink out of the way. That's the thing, if your ink pad is too juicy, you just move it out the way. And I mean, this is my fault. I've over-inked it. Best wishes. Gorgeous. And then this piece, we need the other flowers for this one. Let's grab a block. It's a bit big of a block really, but that's okay. Use what we've got. And then we can stamp these in these lighter areas again. Stunning. There we go. That's all our stamping for this one. And then it's dimensionals. Oh, there's a couple of pieces to pop out of here. You can see. Now, for quickness, while I've got them here, I'm going to use my larger dimensionals. And then I can just put a couple of small ones here and there, just to fill in. Where the large ones wouldn't fit. There we go. And then some on here as well. And a couple on here. Okay. Now on this one, it's saying we need to put the thread round here and tie in a bow on there, which we can do. This is where I become all fingers and thumbs. And what I tend to do from tying it round something like this, come on, go up. It's got cords and a dimensional. I'll have it there so it's on the edge. It's meant to be a corner. Is a tie a knot. Just a little slip knot. There we go. And that means it's where it's going to stay. I don't have to worry about holding it in place. There we go. We can sort that out as we go along. That's come back, that one. Right. Let's take these off. Gotta say, I'm quite looking forward to jumping in the shower after this. Again. No, that's not Octopus, because I'm with Octopus. They did a savings thing, you know, cut down on the amount of electric you usually use for this period. Yeah. When you're having to have extra showers, that's not going to happen, is it? So we've got a landscape card this time, and we're just popping that down right in the corner, like so. Then we're going to add our flowers on top. Let's line that up. That fits nicely on there. And then we've got our sentiments. I'm just going to pull my bits of my bow out the way and just hold it where I want it, and then that will actually help hold that in place. And then we can fluff our bow so it's wherever we want it to be, which I want mine there. And then again, it tells us we need 3 of our little butterflies. And again, you can put them wherever you like. I'll put some in the flowers and one there. And there's our second card. Gorgeous. All right, so put that on there. I don't know what I've done with the other. There it is. Right, and our final one It's crushed curry, even though it's a lighter crushed curry. I'll fold that in half. I mean, you can always run a block along it. So like I say, you'll have your block in your first subscription box. Right, so we've got that, and it's telling us first we need to stamp some butterflies. So let's grab our butterflies. Have our small blocks and our other butterfly. So we're stamping on here. Oh, still an area there where it's moved away from. I'm just going to use that area, and we'll have one butterfly here, and then the double butterfly over here. Beautiful. Then we've got this basket on here and some white flowers. Like, it's a die cut of the flowers that's blank. Now there will be a right way and a wrong way. It's like that for these to fit on. I'll just line that up, stamp directly onto there. And then we need a thank you. And just grab another block. And that gets put on a banner. Oh, where? Here. That way. And we'll pop a thank you on there. Pop our ink away. Right. So it's telling us we now need to put our dimensionals on here. And again, I'm going to go for larger ones for quickness. One short, but that's okay. We can chop this up. Use the edges. Our basket is going on dimensionals too. Our stamped image is also on dimensionals, but we shall use some smaller ones. Oh, we need that green banner as well. So the green banner has glue dots. This banner has dimensionals. It's definitely getting a lot warmer in here. Okay, right. All right, let's take these off here. And add that on there. It's just slightly smaller, so we've got a nice border all the way around. And then we can add our basket on the front. the flowers on top. Come on. And that. And then we've got that other basket from the rear. Ooh. Dear, dear, dear. And pop that on there. Then we need to put our glue dots on there. One, two, three. And then it's telling us we need a piece of twine that's 12 inches. Like so. Not 12 inches, thereabouts. And they do provide you with a ruler as well on here to measure. So, you know, you don't even need a ruler. And then it's just making a faux bow. So fold it in quarter, but then fold it back. No, that's not right. What am I doing? That's the middle. There we go. My faux bow is going on top of there with a glue dot. I mean, if you find it easier just to do a bow, do a bow. That across there. I'll do it that way so that the tails are the right way. And we're going to add this sentiment on top, level with the right hand side, but leaving a gap at the bottom, like so. Then we can take our glue dots off there. And then we can stick that down to the edge of our card, not our panel. There we go. Butterflies. No, it's not saying we need butterflies for this one. Okay, that's it then. Everything vamoosh out the way. Let's move those out the way. We've got our envelopes for each card. And there's green and a yellow. Rubbish. And this one. And then we've got our card that we made following our sketch with our product showcase. So there we go. And I mean, those 3 cards took me, what, 30 minutes to make? So 10 minutes a card. Now, I mean, if you wanted to do them quickly, though why you would, I don't know. You could stamp everything first, have everything ready, and then it's just put together. But, you know, you can take your time, relax while you do them. It's meant to be fun. So yeah, I mean, great if you've got a group of you who all subscribe. Even if you don't all subscribe, if you've got a group of you could split that kit between 3 people. You could each make one of each card and make a great evening with a few glasses of wine, prosecco, whichever you prefer. Get rid of that. Right. Oh my gosh, look at me. I definitely need to go and cool down. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed those. I shall be back this evening at 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. So whatever you're doing, have a great week. Have a lovely weekend, but do stay safe in this heat. And I will see you all soon. Bye.